everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Katrina Darcell. Tonight, we're breaking down what's happening with Attorney General Letitia James and the recent resignation of U.S. Attorney Erik Siebert. Siebert stepped down amid pressure from the Trump administration, which had been pushing for him to bring charges against James. Let's get into what's happening and what the allegations are. The controversy centers on a limited power of attorney form Letitia James used when she closed on her 2023 Virginia home. The power of attorney form authorized her niece to sign paperwork on James' behalf, and it also stated the house would be her primary residence. A detail that matters because loans for primary residences usually get better terms than loans for second homes or investment properties. The argument is that claiming the house was her primary residence, even on a POA form, could be considered misrepresentation. Investigators, though, see it differently. The loan officers who approved her mortgage relied on her loan application and financial documents, not the power of attorney form. Because the form didn't affect their decision, investigators say its statement isn't material. In other words, for fraud to exist, a false statement has to actually influence the lender, and here it didn't. Back in April 2025, Bill Pulte, who heads the Federal Housing Finance Agency, sent a criminal referral to the DOJ pointing to this POA form and other discrepancies. They cited things like property records and details about her Brooklyn townhouse. James and her team say the allegations are baseless and politically motivated. They've shared emails and documents showing she never intended to mislead anyone and that loan officers were reviewing the right information all along. The bottom line, no criminal charges have been filed because prosecutors say there's not enough evidence to meet the legal standard for fraud. Now, let's discuss Erik Siebert. He was the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia. Siebert resigned amid pressure from President Trump, who had been pushing for his removal after Siebert refused to bring charges against Letitia James. Now, let's talk about what's at stake. Prosecutors would need to show that James intentionally misled a lender and that misinformation was material. So far, they haven't found that level of proof. Her team says the POA form was just a template or a mistake, and other communications show she never intended to live there. Erik Siebert's resignation will put the next U.S. attorney in a difficult position, but will it matter if the case never reaches court, or will Trump continue to pursue James? In my opinion, I think Trump will continue to go after her. At this point, it's still unclear whether the situation will go to court. What do you think? Should the investigation continue, or are prosecutors right to not bring charges? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment below, and thank you for watching.